Jim, possibly not the best game of football, but you must be pleased with the clean sheet.
Yeah, listen, sometimes you've got to take what you're given. I've said that to you in the past. You know, we've been striving for a clean sheet. Wasn't a great game, tough opposition. Team that have been doing all right of late and keeping clean sheets themselves. You know, one last time out 1-0 against Marine, 1-2-0 the game before against Peterborough. So they're a tough nut to crack, and you know, they've got one of the better sides in the division. It's proven over the last couple of years, and they've got good players. So, you know, if you look at it positively, we take a point. We wanted 3. We take a clean sheet. We've been desperate for 1, so that gives everyone a lift. I think we spoke about things on Tuesday, and we concentrated mainly around defensive rearguard stuff. Tuesday night, Thursday night.
Yeah.
You know, we have 3.5 hours with them, but we put the majority of that time into defending set plays, corners, free kicks, other little bits and pieces.
We did look strong defensively, didn't we?
Yeah, Thursday we concentrated on team shape, how we'd come up against you know, their formation with the 2 up front and the 1 in behind. But they've tweaked that today. They left Connor all out, which was a bit of a surprise, and went with a 4 in there and the 1 up front. So their formation matched our formation, and they got on top in possession wise, mainly because I think we were too sloppy in possession. Our clearances, that's what they do better than us, you know, and that's, you know, you look at Tamworth last year, they won the league from it. They hit good areas, they're very, very good at it, you know, they keep a kicks into good areas, they gain territory, they get up the pitch, they put you under pressure by squeezing you into your own half, or if they get, you know, later on when the substitute comes on, they gain that territory, little turnover, they get a throw-in goes in the box, and it's all hands to the pump. So I think they did that better than us. They hit better areas, the clearances were better, they passed the ball well at times, but we didn't, and we gave it away too cheaply, which kept coming back at us. And I don't think there's much in the game. We've had 1 or 2 markers, had a set play headed, I think, 1 or 2 other little bits. I think we jumped in down our right and they got in down their left, crossover. It looked like Lowe was going to come round the back stick, but it just fizzled out, and they had 1 other opportunity. I think Chris has made 1, maybe 2 saves all game. But likewise, we haven't done enough at the other end. So we concentrate on the defensive stuff all week. You know, the forwards would probably think, well, we haven't hit the back of the net all week, and I thought we just lack a little bit at the top end. You know, at times we don't want to just whack it forward, and I thought there was some good passages. We had 1 spell second half, we went left to right, worked our way up the pitch and gained the corner. You know, we can't always play forward. They sat right in with Newton up the top end of the pitch. It was hard to break down. Their manager be saying exactly the same. He's pleased with the clean sheet. He's pleased with the rearguard action. I'm exactly the same, but I just think it was one of them days where both defences were on top.
Very much, yeah.
And we had 1 or 2 players who didn't come up to speed. Now Danny Lowe's been our best player, top scorer, most assists. He's coming after the game, holding his hand up and saying that's the worst game we've had all season. So you can't keep expecting them to turn it on. That's where someone else has got to pick up the slack. But I think Marcus did okay, did well, worked hard, got us up the pitch 1 or 2 little bits. You know, he probably didn't look as much of a threat, but he had those couple of opportunities from set plays, and he got in on goal where, you know, he went to the right and the lad took it off him. But yeah, we need a little bit more at the top end of the pitch. But the positive is we took a clean sheet. It's not always going to be, you know,
always pretty.
It's not, and that's the division. Look at the 7 draws in the division today. It's a tight
not all the
league.
Goals around in this league.
No, it's nip and tuck. And listen, I could go on all day. I think we've been a little bit, you know, we might be missing 1 or 2 things. We're looking to improve, certainly the top end of the pitch.
Yeah. We've
got licence to do that, obviously, with Sunday leaving the club.
Yeah.
I think we become a little bit of a victim of your own success as well, because pre-season was that good. And everyone goes, we're flying. And we all get caught up in it ourselves. Nothing's changed, you know what I mean? And then you start the season, Alfreton, Needlemark, and you go back-to-back wins. Whoa. And then suddenly we've just been a little bit hit and miss. And I think we've lost 1 game from the last 5 at home. So we're cooking a tough nut to crack. But in them, with a little bit more luck, if I go back, Farsley Celtic, no one will tell me any different because I've studied the game. We battered Farsley Celtic, we should have won it. They had 1 shot on target. In that week we had 6 shots on target and conceded 5 goals. 2 against Radcliffe, we hit the post last kick of the game at Sunday. Could have easily been 3-2, like Harry Flowers has said against Gloucester last year.
Yeah.
Could have beat Farsley, should have beat Farsley. We deserve to beat Buxton. We deserve to beat Hyde. And last week in the cup against Curzon, it was a very similar game today. It was a close game. But then, you know, it's a slight deflected cross that loops into our net on 82 minutes. But before that, you know, we've spoke to the referee's assessor or coach or whatever it may be. He agrees. We asked for feedback. It's 2 red cards. You know, with the Jimmy Spencer one on Jordan Keenan, the tackle in the middle of the park on Danny Lloyd. So you get that little rub of the green, and people say, oh yeah, well, you can't blame that. But we've had one bit of rub of the green this season, and that's the back header for Needham Market with the winner from Proctor. You win the game 2-1 and everyone's cock a hoop, but deserters. And on the back of that, we've made too many individual errors, and we haven't been robust enough. But I'm pleased because of the sessions we've done this week around defensive work, etc. So we've took that training into the game today, and we've been solid. Nice for Chris, nice for the whole team to get a clean sheet. We just didn't do enough at the top end of the pitch to create more and try and get that winning goal, and say that the games are nip and tuck, all of them.
Well, a big run of home games, haven't we? We've got another one now next week that's been rearranged against South Shields, so it's nice to have the home games, isn't it? They're building up, but we need to make
I think we've just gone too many Saturdays to Saturdays. It don't give you an opportunity. It's strange because usually you used to being flat out at the start of the season. You're like, everyone needs a rest, but at the minute, you know, we've got a couple of injuries, but I find myself building myself up to the Saturday, and then it's just a long week waiting for the next one. Now that can work well if you've got loads of injuries. We've got a couple at the minute, but you know, we're not going to moan about that, and it is what it is. That's part and parcel. But
we've got plenty coming up.
I wouldn't mind a game Tuesday now, but we're not going to
start the Saturday, Tuesday. That's it. Coming up,
exactly. And then probably when you get into that, it's, you know, you might look at it and go, we need a rest. But at the minute, I feel like we need another game, just to build up a bit of momentum. But as I say, we've kept our first clean sheet. We've lost one game in the FA Cup in the last 5 at home. We should have beaten one. We could have easily won another one with the likes of Radcliffe, the post. Could have got something last week. You know, we deserve to beat Farsley Celtic. And we never withdrew. We deserve to beat Buxton. So now we're going into the next game, South Shields, full-time club. But look, they're having the problems themselves. Got beat 3-0 today. Big centre-half sent off. So, you know, it could be or couldn't be a good time to play them, but all we can do is have a good week in training, prepare right. Listen, we're all striving to get better. I do think we've made improvements, but if I look at pre-season and how good we were, and at the start of the season, I think everyone starts going, whoa. And then because you're not winning on a regular basis, it becomes a little bit doom and gloomish. You know, I can sense that with the crowd. You know, we've changed a little bit. There was a move there right from Chris. You know, sometimes you can't get in down the side, it's tight, we're not just going to whack it. We come out and we switch the play, and I can hear a bit of doom and gloom because we're playing a backwards pass. I understand at times, we said that to the lads after the game, there's times where we open up, play forward, run forward, but there was times today where we did do some good stuff, but there was times where we did come back on ourselves, and we wanted to be a little bit more positive and play forward and create and go that way rather than just stay in possession. But just getting that balance right. We haven't got it as right as we had it in pre-season, but pre-season's totally different to the league. And as I say, the league's very, very tight. The picture can change very, very quickly either way. You know, we've just got to make sure that we remain positive, keep working hard. We've had a good week in training around our defensive stuff. We've got a clean sheet at a reward today. That's the biggest positive. So let's stay positive. Let's have another good week. Probably do a little bit more at the top end of the pitch, but don't go too far away from the defensive side of things. It's just getting the balance right, and see if you can get a new face in this week. You know, see if you can get the likes of Lloyd, who's been superb for us, back up to speed. You know, because he's devastated there because he hasn't affected the game as much as he wanted to. He's apologising. He's got nothing to apologise for because he's done that well for us. So we just need 1 or 2 more to step up, and I think we'll be alright.
Just a quick word, Jim, about the youth team in midweek. You came, it was a fantastic game, wasn't it? And you must have enjoyed seeing the young lads put on such a good display. Gutted for them.
You can see it was, I know even going back a long time, so when I was in your FA Youth Cup, that's the main thing you're playing every year. It's your only cup, you have it for 2 years while you're 16 to 18, or some people might get in younger, but You know, they done great in the last round. I went to watch that. Good performance. Coming to this one, you know, they found themselves 3-1 down, and you think, but they battled back. They got
Fantastic
back to 3-2, 3-3. They're the man sent off. You're thinking, go on, let's go on and win it. And then the way the penalties went as well, I think they missed their first, and then you're thinking, oh, it's our night, and then we missed ours, and unfortunately we bow out. But all the best at Trafford, they did well on the night. Good for our lads. You know, they sampled the joys of winning the last round. You can see what it means to them. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, and we've got to take our medicine, the young lads, on this occasion. But you know, it was a good night for the club in regards to decent crowd on. Yeah, you know, that's what it's all about. It's not just about the first team, it's about the ladies team, it's about the youth team, everyone associated with the club, all the community, etc. And we all get round each other, so it was nice to see a good crowd on, but unfortunately we couldn't get that win that we all wanted, but they'll live to fight another day.
I don't know if you realise it's your 50th league game today, Jimmy.
Didn't realise, no.
It's gone flown by, hasn't it, really?
Yeah. Is what it is. I've just done it in the previous interview. I just, you know, when I first come in, it was about winning the short term aim was to win the next game. You know, after the run that we've been on, we did that at Hereford away, got off to a good start, we had a little run, people started thinking we might get in the playoffs here, and then we become a little bit hit and miss, then we dropped off a little bit, and that's a little bit what we're like at the minute. You know, we need to, if we can go on a little bit of a run in this, or most leagues at the minute, it's just that tight. You know, it shoots your heart up there, but no, I've enjoyed it. The crowd have been brilliant, fans have been brilliant. I've really enjoyed working for the club and giving me all, and you know, I feel it. I want success, I want to improve, I want to do better. It's a tough league, as I say, but I do think we've made strides. I just think the stride over pre-season, like I said, we were thinking that's a big stride, and ultimately because we haven't sustained that, it just takes a little bit of a knockback, but we're still, I think, going in the right direction, and loads of work to do, but I've enjoyed it, and hopefully we improve on the next 50.
Thanks, Jim.